The support at Voodoo Franchise Group is something that's pretty special. So my goal is to continue to build the absolute best support team that I can. Write that shit down. That was fire.
We always quell people's fears when they have concerns about the knowledge of what it takes to run a brew pub. I think our recipe for success for people who don't have the restaurant experience is because we've made all of these standard operations to be as fast and efficient as possible so that you are as profitable as possible.
It's not so complex. I don't have 35 vendors to talk to. I don't have, 35 support people. You have a team of like 5 people. And you have one supplier for your food and one supplier of your beer without actually having to make the beer on site. We've signed a national agreement with Cisco. We have a list of menu items which are our top sellers, and we say we need you to locally source all of these products.
Since I'm so involved in the sourcing of the product, I'm able to manage and keep costs where they need to be, which is on the floor. Looking at the menu, it's not intimidating at all. A lot of the products are engineered and designed so the work is done for you. Everything is super easy to execute. I'm a resource for all the franchisees for anything back of the house related. Any franchisee can call me or email me whenever. I'm there to coach through hiring and management of staff and setting up your reps and your orders.
That frees up a lot of time for all of the fun things, the marketing, the events, the social media.
If someone's worried because they've never done marketing before and they're wondering, once this is open, how am I going to get people to come in the door? That's really where the team that I work with comes in, where we basically have a very planned cadence of different marketing that we recommend you do and even time hurdles for when you should be doing it. There's no doubt that primarily the craft beer consumer is going to be very engaged in social media. So we work with our franchisees to make sure that they have really turnkey campaigns on both Facebook and Instagram, taking all of the great assets that we create and putting those into a really accessible library for all franchisees to use. We do a lot of PR effort as well. A lot of the local communities are really excited to have them there because they're usually doing more than just selling beer.
Every year we do more and more and more for local charities, for local communities. That is extremely important to me. And some of our franchisees have done things with that I would have never expected.
We're also in negotiations with a company called Untapped, which is an event planning company. When you plan an event at your pub, whatever things you need to make sure your event comes off really well, we're going to work with them to help the franchisees execute their event.
We're here with you every step of the way as you go. It's an exciting time, and honestly, it's part of the fun stuff of opening these places.
We set up a weekly call, and it's the same day, it's the same time every week. Those calls continue after they open. There are also another 5 calls every month. Each of those functional leaders get all of the franchisees on the phone, and they all talk about the same problems that they may or may not be having, and they have best practice share throughout the process.
When something happens, you need help, the Voodoo operations team is always available, 24/7. We have someone on call to, support you when needed. You have a whole network of people here to support you with years of experience. So if you're stuck on something, you always have someone to reach out to, no matter what problem it is. We've probably encountered it before. We know how to fix it. We're there with you every single step of the way. Cheers. Rock and roll.
Sick. That wasn't that bad, was it?